Hey there, howdy, and hello. Welcome to Team Horizon's Business Branding Training. My name is Ash Miller, and I come to you today with over 11 years of experience in social media marketing and small business branding. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. Now, if you have not already selected a name for yourself, one of the first things I want you to do is I want you to write down a list. And I mean, try to come up with somewhere between 5 and 10 different names that you'd be really satisfied in using. After you've written down that list, it is really important that you turn to our handy dandy friend, Google. You need to Google that business name to see if anything else comes up in the searches. Now, ideally, if there's anything else out there, you're going to see it, whether that is a Facebook page, whether that is an Instagram page, whether it is some other small business, a blog. These are all examples of ways that somebody could already be using a name that you have in mind. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, you're actually going to Google that more than once. You're going to Google your initial plan. And if you didn't already include words like travel in them, then you want to put your name, travel, into that Google search and see what you come up with. Now, you may find that you get your name right away, and that's fantastic. Or you may learn that you have to go back to the drawing board to find something that's not already taken. Now, extra pro tip, after you've come up with your name, then you want to go to things like Instagram, any other social media platforms you plan on using for your business, and then search again on those platforms for your business name. Find out if those handles have already been taken. With Instagram specifically, you may find that you need to do a little bit of adjusting to it in order to land on something that you really like. Also remember, on Instagram at least, capitalization does not matter in your handle name. It's all going to be lowercase. So there's no good way to get a little bit extra tricky with that one in terms of on Instagram. We're going to talk a little bit more about Instagram in just a hot second. So once you've gotten your name, great job. Take a second, celebrate. From there, you're going to be wanting to look at doing things like coming up with a basic logo. All right, team, we're going to talk about logo, super quick and simple. There are several different ways to be able to go about creating a business logo. Among the easiest, especially if you do not currently have any kind of capital or financial resources to throw at having someone design you a logo, is going to be turning to our friend Canva. If you're not familiar with Canva yet, definitely take a second, go check it out. That's Canva, Canva.com. It's a wonderful place where you're going to be able to find all kinds of templates and easy to customize things like Facebook posts, Instagram posts. There's reel templates on there now, as in to put onto Instagram. There's all kinds of Google Slide templates. But there's also a way to be able to make a super quick and easy logo right then and there on Canva. Now, if you want to go an extra step, you will want to reach out to a designer. A couple different ways to do that. Go ahead and reach out to your mentor or pop into the group chat if you're looking for a more direct recommendation for a designer for your logo. Lots of us have different kinds of styles that we use, different preferences. It's a great resource to turn to other agents who have already had something like this done. They'll be able to give you very personalized recommendations. Now, for your logo, you're actually going to want to try to have 3 copies of it. You want one copy with your logo strictly in black with a transparent background. You want another copy of your logo strictly in white with a transparent background. And lastly, you're going to want one in full color if your design utilizes full color. My design currently does not actually utilize full color, so I don't have that third one for myself, but that might be a spot to lean into in the future. Now, I talk about wanting to have black, white, and color because this is something you're going to want to be able to put onto different things. Those could be your website. This could be your Facebook business page. This could be a business card. This could be making merchandise like a t-shirt or a luggage tag. You want to be able to have those options ready to go. These are also things that if you do them with a transparent background on them, you can utilize them yourself for overlays onto things like photos that you post onto social media. So that way you're always giving a little bit of a nudge to remind people to come back and check you out. So once you've got your name down and you've got your logo down, then you're going to want to make sure that you are claiming your spot on social media. You're going to want to set up your Facebook business page. One of the most important things to having a Facebook business page is you need to have a Facebook personal profile. Gone are the days where you can make a business page on Facebook without having a personal profile to have it linked to. So make sure that you've already gone through the steps to clean up your personal Facebook profile. Make sure you have some things that people can tell, hey, this is a real live human, even if they're not already friends with you. Super important to do. Now, you're also going to want to make sure that you have set up that Facebook business page so that you can utilize Facebook/Meta's business tools free of charge. This is a no-brainer, really great way to reach people around the world about your business. You're also going to want to set up, and if you're going to use it, that is, you're going to want to set up a business account for your Instagram. Instagram has 3 options. You can have a personal Instagram account. You can have what they call a creator account. A lot of influencers utilize creator accounts, or you can have that magical business account. That business account is going to give you the best information for your small business. It's going to allow you to be able to see things like what we call insights or metrics into how well your posts are doing, into how well things are being reshared. What impressions are you making off of your posts? If this terminology is a little bit above and beyond you, no worries. What we're really talking about here is there are tools in place if you set up a business account for both your Facebook and your Instagram to be able to give you a better idea of who is looking at and who is engaging with your content. You're going to want to learn these things as you go through to figure out if you're reaching the kind of people you want to be reaching and how best to do it. Now, there's another training video later on that's going to talk strictly about the Meta Business Suite, and that's going to be going a little bit farther in depth to both Facebook and Instagram. So I'm not going to go through the step-by-step here on how to utilize those accounts and set them up. You're going to be looking for the Meta Business account training, and we're going to go over it there. Now, we tackled name, we tackled logo, we talked about Facebook and Instagram business accounts. The final thing that we're going to talk about in terms of getting your business branding on point is going to be your email signature. So 1 second here, crew, and I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. All right, team. So here comes that screen share. Now, before I actually share my screen with you, I want to clarify that I'm going to be showing you how to set up your email signature utilizing Gmail. If you use another email service provider, these may not be the steps to be able to actually set up your email signature. You're going to want to reach out to your mentor or into one of the team chats for more specific help if you use something like, say, Yahoo or Hotmail or any of the other email service providers out there that exist. But what I'm about to show you works for Gmail across the board. So here comes that screen share. All right, guys, so you should be looking at my actual Gmail account right here. Now I've got it set up on promotion so that we're not having anybody look at inappropriate content. I'm not sharing anything that isn't coming from one of the suppliers or vendors that you too can also sign up for in the future. But back to our email signature. To get there, we're going to want to come up to the little gear icon under settings. Now from there, we're going to go to see all settings. Okay, here it comes. Now, pardon the scroll while screen sharing. I know sometimes that can be a little bit rough on the eyes, but you are indeed going to want to scroll down. We're going to keep scrolling down, all the way down, down, until we find the spot that says signature. Okay. Now you can create multiple signatures. I tend to just keep one active signature in here all the time, and I update it as is necessary. So to see what goes on the bottom of any email I send from my Gmail account, it's located right over here in this corner. So I have my name. I list my pronouns so that any of my clients or anybody that I'm communicating with knows a better idea of how to address me. I personally list my Instagram there because I want to always be referencing back to how to be able to contact me and find me on social media. I have two numbers listed. I have a Google Voice number that I utilize for phone calls, strictly for business phone calls. It comes through to my cell phone, but it allows me to maintain just a little bit of separation from my personal cell phone number and my professional how to contact me number. I do then list a number to be able to text me at. Many of my clients actually prefer to send a text instead of just giving a call. We tend to coordinate over call times. All of that is just typed in. Then there's an example of my logo shown all in black with that transparent background. It's nice and easy to read, right? And to do that, I simply utilize that insert image option, and then I uploaded the file. I already had it saved in my computer. And then, oh, hey, look at that. We have that beautiful, an affiliate of Archer Travel Service. To find that guy, you're going to want to go into the, when I say it's the Travel Cafe, and you're going to go to the business card requirements, and you can download that right from there. This is also something that you would need to have on any business cards that you have printed. Those must contain the Archer business logo, as well as all of these licensing numbers. Now, you do not have to have either the Archer business logo or any of the licensing numbers in your email signature. I do put them in mine. I find it adds that little extra professional touch, because this is also how I contact any specific suppliers, vendors, anybody like that, so they can see I mean business and I am here for them, right? Again, putting that image in there was simply going to our insert image option and uploading it from my computer. Everything else was hand typed in. Once you've got all of that set up, off to the side here, you can see the last time I updated it. Whenever I update my email signature, I am very careful to make sure I update the date so I can easily know when the last time that information was checked, right? Once that is all set up, we come down, you see a note. I make sure that my signature pops up on all new emails, as well as on any replies or anything that I am forwarding. Okay, now you can choose which is going to work best for you, but that's where you're going to want to go do that. Once all of this is completed, we're going to want to come down and you would actually hit the Save Changes button. While I've got this up on my screen, I also want to talk to you guys about another good business move. Is anytime you are going to be a version of out of the office, say on your own personal travels where you may not be able to be as responsive to your emails, it is a wise move to set up a vacation responder. And we get to it that same way. That was going initially up into our settings, clicking on that little gear icon, selecting all settings, and it's all the way down at the very bottom under vacation responder. Now, I was out of the office. I did a group trip to Disneyland, and so you'll see here a great example of how to do that. I always try to make sure that anybody who's contacting me, I give them a way to be able to get a hold of me. That's another pro tip right there. And then you just hit that Save Changes button, and it is good to go. So we're going to take that screen share down. I want to thank everyone for joining me in this short and sweet little training that was covering our basic business branding, tackled logo, where to make them, and our suggestion for making sure that we have an all Black copy on transparent background, an all white copy on transparent background, and a full color copy if you're going to utilize that. Right? We want to have all three options if you're going to use all three. We also talked about how to research your business name and best practices around making sure that you're not stepping on anybody's toes, and also so that you are aware of if your clients or anyone who hears about you tries to Google you, what else might they see? We talked about setting up a business Facebook and Instagram account. And we mentioned that there's going to be another training with the step-by-steps on how to do both of those. That's going to be under Meta Business Suite training. And then last but not least, we talked about adding in our email signature. So carry on. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your mentor or drop that into the Team Horizon Discord or your team chats.